Alright, we've got a no heat. I think I have been to this house before. See a Clemson flag on the front porch. That's better than the alternative. And yes, I remember this house. The Pain. They should spell that P-A-I-N. Nonetheless, certainly not the worst unit on the market. Now, last time we were here, the very common melted wire nut on the income power to the air handler is what we found. So let's go see what we got this time. That's the first thing I see when I crawl in here. It's the door hanging off. And a couple of obvious homeowner slash homemade service tech tools. Oh boy. So let's go over here and see what we got. So how did I know it would be that again? Same old thing, and it doesn't look like we have any disconnect here. So 10 kW. I wonder. If this this wire is hot or not, and I hope not, but I think what we can see is the lovely, ever so common aluminum wiring. These things just seem to always make an issue of. Tell you what, you just can't run 10 kW effectively on an aluminum wire. But it's dead, so it has either tripped the breaker or that self-appointed homeowner service tech has turned it off and thinking he was going to fix it himself. Oh Lord, somebody's put one of those wire nuts that has all the grease on it. And I guess that's, you know, I guess that's got some sort of value to it. I don't know. So one side looked like it was okay. I'm going to put it back together. I hate those stupid wire nuts, because you can just pull them off if they're not really biting it well. And I guess that grease is supposed to conduct. I mean, if it is, then we're certainly conducting it everywhere that it's going, which is outside of this wire nut onto the rest of the wire here, jacket. Alright, if you say so. I don't know what this wire is that comes in here. Oh my gosh. Please tell me they're not feeding. So that's just, this wire is just for the outlet under here. And look at that. They pulled one strand, one hair, whatever you want to call it, of that so-called ground, and wired their socket neutral off of that. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this, and they can get their own socket for the condensate pump's the only thing plugged into it over here. There's the burned up wiring. I tell you what, I'm about out of sympathy for these people. And I'm going to tell them that this is the last time I'm coming here until they have an electrician come change out this wire. I mean, if you're gonna run a aluminum wire, certainly needs to be oversized. And this is not. Alright, that was a homeowner at the crawl door, leaning down just to let me know he was here. Which, you know, I certainly didn't need him, but he wanted to tell me that a tree fell and hit some power lines, and he wondered if that could somehow be related to this failure here. And I assured him that it was not, and that this was something he could expect to happen again. Just like I told him last year. Okay, we've repaired the one that always burns. And I've just coiled that up. Look at how that runs. See, it comes out of there and coils up and makes a big turn, about three or four turns right there, and then goes into this receptacle that they couldn't even manage to nail it up right. Couldn't even drive that nail in. And couldn't cut off a 20-foot piece of wire to run 3.5 foot, and then tagged it in. I just, you know, like I say, I cut it and it's hanging there, and I just do without a condensate pump this summer, but These people ain't gonna listen to nothing. It ain't gonna matter what you tell them or do for them. Some people are like that and some are not. Unfortunately, these are gonna be some of the ones that will not listen. And if you do something that just gets them by, they'll just keep getting by for as long as they can. Now, wonder where the screws are. Here's one. We'll probably have to go back to the trunk and get a few. There's another one. Yeah, that's two. He came under here and took it all apart. I would have just let him put it back together, but I guess the professional in me, there they are, wants to do a little bit better. And advise him, that one's got nothing to bite into. So it's got three good ones. This one's just spinning. So let's go get the breaker on and see if this thing comes back to life. And that is a pain. P-A-I-N. So let's go see what we get. Okay, so as we can see, all of these, that's a 60, that's a 60, and that's a 60. So we don't really know. Now this one says furnace, that top one, and AH for air handler. So we're going to assume that goes to that aluminum, either number 6 or number 8. I'm not real familiar with my aluminum sizes, but it's definitely too small. The breaker is bigger than the wire. The wire certainly won't carry 60 amps. But nonetheless, we've advised the homeowner to have an electrician come over and run a copper wire and size the breaker properly. So let's go see if it started up. Alright, we're still flashing delay for heat on, so obviously we've had the power on for less than 5 minutes. Let's go outside and wait this. Alright, I did hear it click right about the time we walked away from it. And of course they don't want any further servicing done or anything like that, so just want to get the heat back on and go. And that line is definitely getting warm. So I'd say they're back in service. Hopefully they follow our advice. Thanks for watching.